The old house was never quiet, but it was often empty, not because love was missing. No, love lived in every corner of that home. It was in the packed lunches sitting on the kitchen counter before sunrise, the folded clothes placed carefully at the foot of each bed, the sticky notes on the refrigerator that simply said, "Be good. Love you. Dad." Their father worked 2 jobs, one during the day, one late into the night. By the time he came home, his shoulders looked heavy and his eyes tired, his hands rough from work. But every evening, before falling asleep in his chair, he still asked the same question: how was school today? The children missed him, not because he didn't care, but because he cared so much. One rainy afternoon, the oldest daughter sat quietly by the window watching their father leave for work again, and softly she said, "It feels like we only see Dad when he's tired." The room became quiet. Then her little brother looked up and asked, "What if we go where he is?" At first, they laughed, but then they actually did it. Every Friday night, their father worked the late shift cleaning a small neighborhood diner after closing, so the children asked their grandmother to drive them there. The first night, their father nearly dropped the broom when he saw them walk through the door. The youngest ran straight toward him carrying crayons and coloring books. "We brought family night to you." For the first time in a long time. Their father smiled without looking tired. While he wiped tables, the kids sat in a booth doing homework, telling jokes, sharing fries and milkshakes from the kitchen. Sometimes they danced together while the old radio played softly in the background. Sometimes they simply sat there, just happy to be near him. Those Friday nights became their tradition. Not expensive trips, not fancy vacations, just a tired father, a quiet diner, and children who found a way to stay close to the man doing everything he could to hold their world together. Years later, when the children were older, they would barely remember the hard times, but they would always remember this: love is not measured by how much time you have, but by how hard you try to give the little time you do have away.